I'm a professor of economics. I also serve as chair of the Department of Management, and I'm interim chair of the Department of Social Work. And it's my pleasure to